And we're going to do, so we're going to do a bit of yin. We're also going to work into the triceps, and we're going to do plank pose. I'm just going to open my window. It's very warm. But I will keep an eye out, because I think we have got a couple of other people to join. So be mindful, any injuries, please take care of yourself. Come out of poses. We're going to try, if you need to, we're going to try a little bit more sort of funky plank sequencing. And if you need to rest or come into child's pose, then please do so. So let's start, first of all, by coming onto our backs. We'll have the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. So we're just working into the hips, and we're just gently coming into the practice. Feel free to adjust the hips if you need to, if there's any pain. Just slowly close down the eyes, and we'll come into the breath. So I'm just letting someone else in. Oops. Okay, so if you've just joined us, then please do mute your mic. We're going to be doing a bit of yin to start, so grab hold of a belt or a scarf or something that will help you. And we're going to come onto our backs and just bring the knees out wide and the soles of the feet together. So if you can mute yourself, and I'm just going to bring myself back onto the screen. Brilliant. So you can bring the hand onto the belly as well, so just coming into the breath. And let's all breathe in together for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale out the mouth. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out the mouth. And let's just move to breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in, just notice the ribs and the belly just pressing into the hands. Feel that space in the rib basket all the way to the top. Exhale all the way out. Take the hands around the belly if you like, maybe towards the back of the ribs. And again, just notice that breath all the way in. Feel that space and that lift as we breathe all the way out. Should feel nice. Force the breath. Just slowly move your attention to the pelvis and the hips now. Just be aware of the sacrum resting on the mat. And maybe take a little rock from side to side if that's comfortable. Just being aware of what we're doing right here, right now. And finally, we're just going to move our attention to the chest and the shoulders. And as you inhale, feel that chest rise as the heart opens. Exhale as it lowers down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. I want you to bring your attention now to the whole body. If it helps, you can visualize yourself looking down. And as you breathe in, see if you can get a sense of breathing in through the whole body and breathing out through the whole body. At any time during the practice, you find your mind drifts or wanders, Don't worry at all. Just draw it back to the breath as many times as you need. So let's just take a couple more nice big breaths out. And slowly on the next inhale, we're going to draw the knees in together. And just bring each knee into the chest one by one. Give yourself a nice little hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And just slowly come to stillness. And we're going to inhale as we lift the forehead towards the knees and exhale to release. You can take the hands up too and just take a couple more in your own breath. Nice. And we're going to shoot the legs up in the air. And we're going to press the feet towards the ceiling as we flex the toes towards the face. You can mirror this with the arms and the hands. We're just going to point and flex. And just take a few rotations in both directions. And slowly start opening the legs out wide, just nice and slow. Just take your time, don't rush into it. And take a little rock from side to side. Slowly bring the legs in towards each other again. I'm going to do a little bit on our abs. So bring the arms to the side. You're going to take a deep inhale. As you exhale, just start your leg lowers and raises. So find your hover point and lift. You can take a few out to the left and the right if you want to work into the obliques. And you might want to tap the abs just to check they're nicely engaged. Key is to do it with control, not rush it. So just keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And just slowly hug it in. Take a few moments here. I'm going to bring the feet to the mat, bring the arms to the side as we inhale, lift the hips up, coming into bridge pose. You can make this active. You can start engaging the quads, press the feet into the mat, engage the adductor muscles between the thighs. And let's hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And we're going to do a little bit more on the abs. So I want you to rock up into your boat pose. And we're going to take a few of running from low boat to high boat. So you've got low and high, low and high. So again, working into the abs. Take your time, work with your breath. And keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So just hug it in. Take a few moments here. And slowly bring yourself back to the mat. I'm going to bring the arms to the sides. Inhale as you lift the hips up. Coming into bridge pose. And let's hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Slowly come back to the mat. And just take a few moments there. We're going to now move into the yin part of our class. So you want to grab your belt. Just take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to work a little bit into the hips and the legs. So I want you to take that belt or the scarf, place it around the right foot, nice and securely towards that middle arch. And take the belt with both hands and keep the elbows onto the mat. And you can straighten the left leg or keep that knee bent. And as you inhale, just gently draw that right leg towards the body. So we're opening the right hamstring area and just bring in space. You can have a slight bend. Breathe with it. So just notice how the body's feeling in this moment. Just be aware if there's any pain, achiness, just come out of it a little bit. It's absolutely fine. We're going to stay here for a little bit longer, so if you need to make any adjustments, maybe your edge has shifted. Make a couple more breaths. When you're ready, slowly release. And just give that right leg a nice little squeeze and just bring that right knee into the chest. And just rotate the ankle in both directions a few times. Just open and close that foot. Nice. We're going to stick with the right. So bring that belt back around that right foot. And this time we're going to take over the belt with the right hand. So just take it up wherever it's safe. Straighten the left leg or keep it bent. Press the left hand onto the top of that left hip. Because I want to try and keep nice neutral stability in the pelvis area as well. We're going to slowly start bringing that right leg out to the right. So this is quite a strong stretch. And don't force anything here. Keep breathing all the way in. And stay for a little bit longer. So again, if you need to make any changes, you can do so at any point really. Stay a few more moments. Let's take a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, I want to safely release. So we're going to move to the other side now. So I'm just going to spin around on the mat. So I want you to take your belt. If you've just joined us, we're just doing some yin poses. So coming onto our backs, we're going to take a belt or a scarf and we're going to place it around the left foot this time. Take hold of the belt with both hands. Keep the elbows onto the mat just to give you a bit of stability and grounding. And as you inhale, gently draw that left leg towards the face. So opening out the left hamstring area. Feel free to bring a little bend into that left knee if you need. Just be mindful that you don't bend it so much that you lose the stretch.
Thank you for Kane.
So we're going to stay for a little bit longer, so if you need to make any changes, then do so. And also, I think there's someone that's not on mute, so if you could just turn your volume on. That'd be really great, thank you. So just breathe in. Let's take a couple more deep breaths together. And when you're ready, slowly release. And we're going to bend that knee and bring it into the chest. And just give it a nice squeeze. And just rotate the ankle in both directions. And we're going to open and close that foot. So nice big stretching movements here. Brilliant. And we're going to stick with the left leg. So this time we're going to take the belt around that left foot again. I'm going to hold it with the left hand. You can straighten that right leg or keep the knee bent. We're going to place the right hand on the right hip. So we're trying to create stability in the pelvis here, so we're not lifting off that right side. And slowly start bringing that left leg out to the left. So you might notice it's different on one side. I'm generally a bit tighter on my left. That's pretty standard, so don't worry about it. You might find there's a little bit more space with the breath. That's fine. We're going to stay for a little bit longer. So if you need to make any changes, then you can do so. Maybe your edge has shifted on this side. That's totally fine. Just come into the breath for a few moments. And just take a couple more breaths. When you're ready, we're going to slowly release that belt. And let's bring that knee into the chest. And again, we're going to give it a nice little squeeze. And a gentle rock from side to side. That's nice. So as you're laying on your back, I want you to bend the knees. And just keep the feet flat on the mat. Just check that you can brush the heels with the fingertips. Now take the arms out wide. Inhale as you lift the hips. So just shift them over to the right slightly. And we're going to exhale as we twist over to the left. See if you can draw that right shoulder blade down towards the mat. You take the left hand on the outside of that right leg if you want to go deeper into this twist. And feel that breath all the way through that right side body. Feel that space in the ribs as we breathe in. Just take a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, I want you to slowly come up on the inhale. Just take a few moments here, see how the body's feeling. I'm going to bring the arms out wide again. And I want you to inhale as you lift the hips. Going to shift them over to the left this time as we come into a twist over to the right. So again, it might be a little bit different on this side. That's fine. Just breathe in for a few moments. Just take a couple more breaths. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to center. I'm going to come into a nice big stretch. So when you're ready, we're just going to roll over onto our bellies. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as you inhale and come up into your up dog. You can keep on the forearms. You can adjust the hands if that helps. We're just stretching into the heart area and to the stomach area as well. So just breathe in for a few moments. If you feel any pinch in the lower back, any pain, just come down slightly. That's absolutely fine. Listen to your body. We're going to stay here for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. And slowly come back to the mat. Just take a couple of breaths out. When you're ready, I want you to meet me in our tabletop position. Just coming into your all fours. We're going to take our cat-cow breaths here. So you want the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis towards the front of the body, belly draws down. As you bring the shoulders in towards the spine and the gaze comes up. So a nice fluid movement. As you exhale, reverse that motion. Draw the belly up towards the spine. As you tilt the pelvis the other way, around the shoulders, gaze comes down. Just flow through a few with your own breath. And just notice how the body's feeling here as well. So if you find that you've got points in the spine or you're hinging, try to avoid those. Try to create that fluid movement. Feel free to take a few of these on the fingertips. Feel free to roll it out from side to side. And imagine someone walking their fingers up and down the spine. It should feel quite nice. And just slowly bring yourself back to your neutral spine. And we're going to work into the legs a little bit now. I want you to take that left leg and bring it out to the left. And just start moving the bum towards the heels, lifting it up. Any kind of movements that you need. Just do whatever you need today. I want you to slowly bring your bum all the way to the mat. So you've got that right foot pressing into that left thigh. We're going to turn the body to face over the left side. Keep that left foot nice and active. You can bring a little micro bend, it's absolutely fine. We're going to inhale as we lift the lengthen, and exhale as we reach towards the hips. Just coming over that left leg. So remember, it's not about reaching the foot necessarily. We're going to be inhaling as we create length in the upper body. A lot of people get a bit worried and feel like they have to grab the whole of the foot. They don't really stretch. So let's be honest. and listen to our bodies when we practice. So let's work this together. As you inhale, lift and lengthen the upper body. Exhale as you reach forward. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, come all the way up. I want you to take the right hand behind you and inhale as you lift the hips up, shoot the left arm in the air. So just opening the heart here. See if you can draw that sternum up towards the sky. So feel that lift and lengthen the ribs as well as it's pushing you up. And slowly come back to the mat. And let's bring ourselves back into our tabletop position. We're going to take the other side. So bring that right leg out. And again, just do whatever you need on that right side. So just draw the bum back towards the heels, bring it back up. And slowly bring the bum to the mat. You're going to press that left foot into the right thigh now. You're going to flex into that right foot. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we hinge forward from the hips. I'm just going to shut the window. So again, just notice if there's any difference on this side. And as you inhale, really feel that length in the upper body. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. And slowly coming up on the next inhale. Let's bring that left hand behind us now, and the right arm shoots up with the hips as we open the heart. And again, remember with these heart openers, you're creating space in the upper body as well. So we're not just pinching at the lower back here. Think of it in a little bit of a different way. So we're opening the heart, ribs are expanding, sternum is coming forward. As you exhale, slowly come back to the mat. We're going to come back into our tabletop position. And from here, I want you to slowly make your way into plank. So bring the legs out, draw the heels away from the body, shoulders above the wrists. We're going to work into the triceps. We're going to do our chaturanga push-ups. So I want you to bend the elbows just to about 90 degrees, lift up. You don't have to go that far down, just listen to your body. So remember, you're not bending the elbows back, rather you're keeping them sort of where they are, and you're just bringing the chest down. Just do a couple more and slowly drop back into your child's pose. And when you're ready, you're going to come back into our plank pose, and we're going to take a few more of them. So just listen to your body. Just do what feels right for you. So remember, you can drop the knees at any point in this. Try to keep the core engaged and strong. And when you've done maybe about 5 or so, just come back into your child's pose. And from here, take a couple more breaths. And we're going to come back into our tabletop position. So knees bent, just coming onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under as we inhale and lift the hips up, coming into our downward facing dog. So just pedal the feet, bend the knees. Do anything that you need. We're going to inhale as we lift the heels, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Let's take 2 more. Now let's move our attention to the back of the body here. There is a tendency to sink into down dog pose, but I want you to breathe nice and strong into the back as well. So a nice strong pelvis, breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the joints behind the body as well. And just draw the shoulders away from each other, externally rotate the upper arms. And if you want to work into the triceps, you can slowly drop the elbows to hover and lift. Try to keep that nice strong shape. And we're going to come back, lift the elbows off and go down. And let's take 3 lion's breaths in. So as you exhale, stick the tongue out and let it all out. Let's take 1 more inhale. Exhale, gaze between the hands. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands. So we're coming to the top of the mat. And I want you to come into your ragdoll for a few moments. So just let it go. Shake the head, nod the head. Just relax the back muscles here. Bend the knees if you need. We're going to slowly come to stillness. And I want you to take the hands wherever they meet, whether it's the big toes, the mat, the shins, the thighs. And as you inhale, lift the chest, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. Just flow through a few with your own breath. Just slowly relax. And when you're ready, let's all start slowly coming up from the next inhale. Lead with the chest, bend the knees if you need. Come all the way up. I want to bring the hands up and over, come onto the tiptoes. Nice big stretch and release. Just take a few shoulder rolls as we slowly come into our Tadasana. So you can bring the feet together or you can keep them apart. Lift the toes off the mat, spread them out as you bring them back down. I want you to have a little bit more weight shifted in the heels. Nice neutral pelvis. You don't want to unnecessarily tilt the pelvis here. Just keep it nice and neutral. Don't worry about it. Shoulders away from the ears, arms by the side. You can start engaging the back of the throat, the Ujjayi breath, it's there. Just breathe in, breathe out. We're going to inhale to rise. Take the arms up, take the gaze up. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step it back into your plank pose. I'm going to hold plank a little bit longer here. If you find that you're dipping in the hips, engage the core to lift up slightly. If there's any pain or discomfort, drop the knees. That's absolutely fine. Let's take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bring that chest down towards the mat. Inhale as you open the heart, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring those hips up towards the sky. And let's take a deep inhale. Exhale. Remember to feel that breath in the back of the body as well, nice and strong. Feel that stability in the pelvis. You're going to take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, gaze between the hands, step or walk feet to hands. We're going to inhale for our halfway lift, exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, gaze up, exhale to release. Just take a few moments here, take a few breaths. We're going to run through some more sun salutations and we're going to add our plank sequence as well. So it's quite strong. If you need to come out of it, then don't worry. So we're going to inhale to rise, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step it back into plank. Just take a few breaths here. You can stay in plank, or if you want to work with me on the sequence, we're going to inhale as we lift that left hand off the mat, coming into side plank. Remember, you can always move a leg here if you need more support. It is strong. And then we're going to bring left knee to left elbow and lift. Left knee to left elbow and lift. Let's take it one more time and lift. And this time we're going to bring that left leg up and we're going to bring it behind us and lift the hips up, coming into like a wild thing on this side. So we're bringing that heart towards the sky. Lift the hips up nice and strong. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself back. Left hand back to the mat. Keep that left leg lifted. And we're going to bring that left knee and we're going to draw it towards the right side. And we're going to bring that left leg out. Right arm comes up. So you're almost in a side plank on the other side. And you can stay here or you can tap right hand onto left foot. And slowly bend that left knee. Bring the right hand back to the mat and shoot that left leg in the air for three-legged dog. You can release that leg at any point, or if you want to come into a three-legged chaturanga, you can come forward into three-legged plank. Bend the elbows. Slowly come into your up dog. And downward facing dog. Let's take 3 lines breaths here. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze between the hands. Step or walk feet to hands. We're going to inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Exhale to release. We'll just take a few moments here. We're nearly there. We're just going to run through the other side. We'll be coming towards the end of the practice. So just remember we're doing the plank sequence, so it might be a little bit easier on the other side because you kind of know what to expect. So come into your Tadasana, take a few moments to get there. Check your grounding, check your feet. We're going to inhale to rise. Exhale to fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, let's step back into plank. Remember, you can stay here, or we can lift that right hand up, coming into side plank on the other side. And option 2, bring right knee to right elbow, like so. Try and keep that left hip nice and strong. And then we're going to bring that right leg even, and we're going to put it behind us, coming into a wild thing on the other side. So remember, we've got the left hand on the floor, breathe in. And as you exhale, we're going to gently bring that right hand back to the mat. Shoot that right leg to the other side this time. It should be on the right hand now. And you've got the option of tapping left hand onto the right foot. And as you exhale, bring the left hand to the mat. Shoot the right leg up in the air, three-legged dog. Option to release, option to come into a three-legged plank. Slowly lower down. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Just take a few moments here. Let's take 3 lion breaths. Let's take one more inhale. As you exhale, gaze between the hands. Step or walk, feet to hands. We're going to inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Take the gaze up. Exhale to release. Just take a few shoulder rolls here. So we're almost there. Just going to do a couple more bits. I want you to bring the hands to the waist. And just bring that left leg out wide. Take the toes away from the midline, bending into the knees, coming into your goddess pose. So you should feel that here on the inner thigh muscles. And you can stay here. You can bring the arms out like so, cactus pose. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can pulse it here, like so. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And I want you to bring the hands on either side of the head like so. I'm going to take it over to the right, lift up, over to the left. To the right, to the left. Feel that stretch in the upper body as well. Take one more on each side. There we go. Take your time, come back to center, release, and slowly lift the legs up. Bring the hands to the waist. And we're going to bring ourselves back to the top of the mat. Just take a few shoulder rolls here. And we're going to do one more pose before we come back to the mat. And that's going to be tree pose. I want you to get your grounded leg, press that foot into the mat. Lift the other leg off the mat and bring that foot either to rest above the knee or below the knee on the other side, or you can have the toes touching the floor. Just take care of the knee here. Keep the hips nice and level if you can, if that's what your body does. Bring the hands to heart center. Find a point of focus and open that tree if it's available. When you're ready, I want you to slowly bring the hands back to heart center and nice and controlled. Let's release that foot and just bring that knee into the chest and just hug it in. And let's rotate the ankle in both directions and flex and point. And slowly release and shake it out. I'm going to take the other side now. So I'm going to press that standing foot into the mat. So I'm going to lift the left foot off this time. Press the foot into the thigh. Bring the hands to heart center. When you're ready, open the tree. You can have a little bit of fun with this pose. You can have a go at closing the eyes. I'm not going to do that. I will definitely wobble out of it. But don't worry if you wobble. It's just a bit of fun. Keep breathing. When you're ready, we're going to slowly bring the hands back to heart center. And see if you can keep that control. Bring that left knee, or whichever knee you've got, into the chest. Give it a nice little squeeze. And rotate the ankle in both directions. So it's quite interesting when you practice yoga, because like today, I actually find I'm a bit weaker with my right foot on the mat. And it's usually my stronger side. But just go with it. It really depends on how you're feeling from day to day. So just shake everything out. We're coming towards the end of our practice. We are going to run a few minutes over, only because I know we had a couple of people joined us a bit later. So I didn't want to to give it a little bit of extra time. So I want you to bring the feet mat distance apart. Toes pointing away from the midline. Bring the hands to heart center. We're going to slowly start lowering down into our yogi squat. So you can stay here. You can use the elbows to just bring a little bit of space into the hips. Or if you want to have a go at crow pose, you can bring the hands in front of you on the mat, nice and spread out with the fingers. Lift up onto the balls of the feet, then lift the hips up towards the sky. Have a little play around with the distance between the feet and the hands. Slot the knees in towards the upper triceps. And then slowly have a go at shifting the weight forward. You can lift one foot off at a time. If you find that you're lifting the foot off, point the toes, it helps. Lift and release. And we're going to slowly come into one more fold before we come into Shavasana. So I want you to bring the feet together like so. Open them out like you're opening a book. And have a couple of hands distance between the groin area and the heels. Just take your time. We're going to inhale as we lift and lengthen. Keep a neutral spine for now as you exhale. Let's take one more inhale. And as you exhale, just let it go. So round the back, just relax. Then take a deep inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, I want you to slowly come up. So use the hands to support you. You're going to draw the knees in together. And then we're going to slowly come into our final Shavasana. So before you come all the way down, just come onto the forearms, straighten the legs. And I want you to breathe in and stretch into the upper body. So feel that lift in the ribs. Feel that space. And then slowly lower down into your Shavasana. So I find this just creates a bit more length in the upper body. Just feel free to close down the eyes and bring the legs out and bring the arms out. So feel that space in the armpits as well. I want you to start deepening the breath. Let's slowly start wriggling the fingers and the toes. Just slowly bringing ourselves back into the room. And then just start rotating the ankles and the wrists in both directions. And let's take a nice big stretch. Should feel quite nice. Draw the knees into the chest one by one. And give yourself a nice little hug and a gentle rock from side to side. And then slowly just let your body roll over onto whichever side it does. And just rest yourself here for a few moments. And let's safely come up to our comfortable cross-legged position. So let's keep the eyes closed and the face soft. Bringing the hands to heart center. And we're going to end today's practice with our 3 clearing breaths. So breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And you can slowly bring the thumbs up to the third eye, in between the eyebrows. And I want to thank you all for today's practice. And I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey the last few months. And thank you all for bearing with me while I try out some new creative sequences. And I hope you found it useful and enjoyable. The inner light in me will always honor the inner light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for today's practice. Thanks, lovelies. I hope that was okay. Brilliant. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll speak to you very soon. Take care, loves. Bye.
Thank you.